Again, I'm Jim Wanek. I'm the founder and CEO of EasyGPT. Today's webinar, we're going to discuss our new product, Inbound GPT. So we'll be able to show you how we build AI using AI. Some of the features, or here's a summary of our webinar today. I'll go through what is Inbound GPT, some key features. I'll show you how we build AI using AI, give you a live demo, and then we'll have time for some Q&A at the end. So what is Inbound GPT? So Inbound GPT is designed to analyze your website and know your products and services. It uses AI to understand and generate an ideal customer profile. And then it supports your customers on the website, identifies new opportunities, and we used AI to actually qualify leads by asking the right questions, and then we update your team in real time. Again, Inbound GPT is trained on your website content, so we create a mini LLM based on your content. It automatically generates conversation starters, accurately answers questions, and we can customize team handoff actions, which gather visitor information and then update your team in real time. So the setup is fairly simple. You simply enter your website URL. We analyze your website and create a knowledge base based on the content of your website. And then the AI generates and trains the Inbound GPT agent. Once the initial setup is complete, you can review the knowledge base, review the conversation settings, which includes the conversation starter questions, team handoff actions, and then customize your agent avatar or agent name. The next step would be to review the appearance of your chat widget, where you can customize the heading, title, colors, a tagline, and then different colors and settings, including your logo. Under notifications, you can enable how you're notified by email when a new lead or team handoff action is completed, when a conversation starts, when a chat is completed, or if a conversation is abandoned. Here's a sample notification that's sent once a conversation or team handoff action is complete. We can also send data for each conversation using Zapier, so you could connect it to your CRM or digital marketing tools. Within the dashboard, you can also preview your agent and test your agent, and then several options to embed the widget on your website or include it as an iframe or a direct link to test the chat in your browser. So let me go ahead and do a demo setting up the So I'll use a local dentist and simply enter the website URL. We give the option to choose which pages to create your knowledge base. And now we're creating the knowledge base, conversation starter questions, team handoff actions, and setting up the widget. So I actually completed this setup for the same account. So here's the appearance. You can copy the script and load it on your website. So this is how it would look on your website. Again, these are the conversation starter questions. And our team handoff options. So again, these qualification questions are generated and can be customized. And again, we can support multiple locations. Capturing the user's information. And then everyone's notified by email when that action is complete. So here's an example of the email notification sent to the practice with the new lead information and a transcript of the conversation. And if we go back to the dashboard, we can see the contact that was added. We can review the conversation history. And again, here's the knowledge base. Conversation settings include conversation starters or frequently asked questions, the human handoff options. So these can all be customized within the dashboard. So now I'll just see if anyone has any questions or need additional information.
Hello.
Hello, Sheila?
Yes. So, is it possible? So, when you create a chat based on the URLs, the website URL, later on they might have additional offering for their company. They provide additional services or offering, and they want to update that knowledge base. How would they do that?
Currently, you can edit the content of the basic knowledge base. In the future, I see us adding a tool that you can automatically update it on a periodic basis. But currently, it would be a manual update.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes?
Hi. My name is Brian. Quick question on the branding part of it. Do we have the ability to customize the branding part at the bottom of the widget that you showed?
You do, yeah.
Okay, great.
And we've got ability to add an organization. So for resellers, you'll be able to include multiple users within your organization and brand it for your organization.
Great. Okay, thank you.
One other feature as far as the white label or branding is you can also add your domain to send email so that the email notifications come with reseller branding.
Great. And what about conditional logic, right? Do we have the ability to create our own workflow paths, based upon the conversation? If we give a person an option of yes, does it go down one path? If they choose no, can we have them go down another path? Do we have the ability to control the workflow paths?
Not in a traditional sense.
Okay.
You have the ability to create a new handoff action and specify qualifying questions.
Got it. Okay.
So the AI will ask those questions in sequence, but also answer out of sequence, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So the AI prompt is to gather the information in the qualifying questions, whatever the path the user takes.
Got it. Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Brian, could I ask what type of work you do?
Excuse me.
Your
Yeah.
use case?
Yeah. I develop outbound call agents and also inbound chat agents with voice glow, and I've been using Vappy AI for the conversational outbound calls.
Okay.
I'm kind of, familiar with this stuff here, but I noticed your webinar came up and, I found it quite interesting. So here I am.
Yeah, great. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And you do have Zapier integration. I've seen that on the site, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? We can push that through different platforms.
Yeah, the current you have to create the Zapier webhook.
Okay.
But just would enter it here, and then with each completed task, we fire that data to the Zapier webhook.
Is that only a Zapier webhook, or can we use anyone? Make.com, perhaps?
Yes, yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. Sorry if I'm taking up all the conversation.
No. Yeah, it could be any webhook.
Any hook. Okay, great. Great.
Any other questions or?
So I'm sorry, I'm new to this, not as expert as Brian. But a question I have is, you mentioned that I have my own organization, but I'm consulting, like I'm doing consulting and I'm implementing chatbot solution for different businesses.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to do that. Then under that how does that work? Then I need to have different branding for each one of those customers that I'm delivering the chatbot. Having said that, is that you will have my company, and then under my company will have their company under it, or I didn't understand that part.
Yeah, so the branding, your branding would appear here.
Uh-huh.
And your customer's branding would be in the widget.
Got it. But how do you like in the configuration when you were showing the organization is my organization, or is that the client that I'm delivering the solution to?
It's your organization.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
So again, haven't completely built out this feature, but the plan is that you can add your branding for your organization, and then each inbound GPT you create will include that branding, and then the widget header will be customized for your client.
Got it.
And we could have a separate meeting. I could walk through that
Thank you.
for your specific needs. Yeah. Sheila, have you been using any other chatbot platforms, or what features would you be most interested in? Did you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. It sounds like you're just getting started.
Yes.
Any other questions, or would you like me to create a GPT for one of your websites just so you can see how it works?
I'm sorry, what's the my custom GPTs?
So those are the,
Clients that we would create?
yep, yeah,
Okay, great. So the organization is where we can brand ourselves, and our clients that we would create would go under my custom GTPs.
right.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So, yeah, let me,
I'll give a site if you want to do one while we're on.
sure, if you could put it in the chat.
Sure. Yeah, great solution.
The first thing detectives do is invoke strict moves from all of large business, including English. Detectives.
And this is the website for the outbound call agents that I was mentioning earlier.
Okay. So the first step is, here's the basic knowledge base that it generated. It takes a few minutes for the extended business description. And the AI generated these conversation starters.
That's neat. Okay.
And then the handoff action, how do you handle debt collections? So you can update or change or add questions. And then the third, so those are just created by default.
And those are solely created off the knowledge base that was just uploaded, right?
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Um,
It's actually better than voice flow. Great.
and sorry. So by default, this is what's generated. Again, we can.
It's clear that this is a man who is still fighting for his life.
So these are the questions that the AI generated based upon the knowledge base that we put in, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Can you can you ask a question that is not relevant at all and see how it responds?
Sure.
So it redirects the knowledge base itself,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Great. Yeah, it's neat.
So again, it goes back to the qualifying questions.
Mhm. So it'll send an email and that transcript of the conversation overall, right? It doesn't have to be specifically for each item that they checked, right? This is basically an end of script
Summary. Yeah.
speech script that, and this happens automatically throughout each chatbot, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. See, the other ones we had to set up manually to do that with.
So I logged in under a different email. So the email was sent to a different address for this demo.
Mhm.
But again, you can update the header,
Mhm.
show the subheading,
Right.
upload a logo, and then customize.
Is there the ability to hide the GPT branding? Is that an upgrade by plan, or how does that work in order to turn that on?
You can turn it off now. We'll integrate that with the white label or the reseller branding. So
Got it. Got it.
So again, we probably want to show
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
text there.
Yeah.
But again, back with your questions, 3 options may be too much. Or you may just want one with
Mhm.
more detailed questions. And then here's our mini CRM. And
Can I ask you a question right here with
Uh-huh.
regards to contacts? So the prompt that was asking to get the information about the lead, it was only asking for email and phone number. I can change that to ask for name, phone number,
Business name, stuff like that,
to
right?
make it required that they provide all 3.
yes, yeah, that would go in the actions.
Call your doctor for some breathing, chest pain, now for tonsilline, problems in the meetings, vision changes for eye cancer. Ask your doctor about
Those.
Is the dumbest thing you've ever went to move? I would take the 2 networks for like 3 years.
And what was or even
So you just like go cancel or?
so again, those questions will be answered when the action get started is taken. But it would you, in some cases, they could be required or optional. Would that be a feature that might make sense?
Yes.
Your future.
Yes.
You are an instant protection.
Good.
This is Akash.
And-
Quick
and then-
question on.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go ahead, Sheila.
No. Go ahead. I asked too many questions.
So I think I just want to follow up question on what Shell asked about getting on the contact when we ask that questions about their company name, first and last name. Does those contacts can be converted into the Excel or some kind of a report, or how that contact can be used? You know, as an AI, I understand it's gathering data, but
Mhm.
it's some kind of reminder shooting out to us as a organization that this is your time to contact XYZ, you know?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So the initial notification comes by email, and then we can also integrate with the
Yeah.
CRM, Slack, or other channels using the webhook integration.
Can
Does that
push
make-
that. Yeah, you can push that through Zapier, right to a Google Sheet or
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever. Yep, whatever you want it to, or your own personal CRM, you can push it to.
Yeah.
Understand. Thank you.
Great. Thanks.
And that knowledge, if you can click on back on the knowledge and those hands off, how many, sorry, yeah, the hands off what you mentioned, the questions that we can ask to the client. How many, is there any limit on number of questions or how we can direct them? Because let's say if we have more than one product or more than two products, it's something we can direct them based on those hands off or series of questions based on the new client. Is there any limit on questions?
Currently, we don't have a limit on questions. And they're primarily designed to qualify the lead. And then in the email notification, we score the lead based on their answers.
Understand.
Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Because obviously we don't want to make it that stretch that someone get tired and get out of the website at the same time. But sometimes they may be looking for something else that they initially don't know. But yeah, I think so that's good. Yeah, the scoring algorithm. I'll go through it. Yeah.
Yeah, the simple answer, currently we don't have a limit on the number of questions. But again, there's a fine balance between how many questions you ask and how many people will give up or abandon the conversation.
Understand. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a research on that. You don't want to hold people to too long as answering those bots, you know. They don't like it till they find someone in person.
Yeah, and we do have a notification built in when a conversation is abandoned. So you'll be able to see the point in the conversation that the user left the conversation.
Okay, makes sense.
Oh, that's great.
Jim, what's the pricing from your side on this?
We're currently at it's task-based. So our retail pricing goes 10 tasks per month for $19, 49, and then based on team members and the number of tasks.
So what counts as a task? Is that an email being delivered after someone has went through and submitted through the chat?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And if we white label it, then we can pretty much set our own pricing, correct?
Yes.
And then filter through.
Have you decided on the price for the white label?
Not exactly. What I'm thinking on is we'll just discount the basic packages for white label partners, like a 30 to 50% discount.
Right.
Understand.
Thanks, Jim. And what's going to be the change management process? Like, let's say we get the feedback and then we come back to you um, to add something. What's the typical timeline to build a change in? What kind of process it goes through?
It's a pretty small group, so we respond quickly. It's me and my CTO, Dima. So we love to get your feedback, and our goal is just to make the best product we can. What I would want to avoid is making certain features only for certain white label partners. That I'd like to keep a common code base.
And Jim, will you be sharing the recording of this, because I missed the some early part of this, and I do find this very useful. So, if you don't mind sharing the recording,
I will. Yeah.
thank you.
And Jay, could I ask what type of business you have?
I am a
Oh.
consultant as well, a big data consultant, and lately I've been doing more of the AI stuff, especially for cities. And I'm getting a lot of requests. I'm always looking for new solutions to recommend.
Yeah.
Great.
Quick solutions.
Quick solutions, yes. Where I don't have to code myself.
Good. Good. Well, I could be happy to do another sample website if
Yeah, I
Good
give
luck.
you mine.
Yeah, Jim, we have a couple of us has provided our information on the chat box. Please, if you
Okay.
have time, give us a call or give us at least contact us so we can have our own discussion. I have 3 websites, 3 different products and 5 different verticals. So definitely interested in looking into it, how we can generate leads. So give me a call for sure. Or send me an email at info, so I use it up.
Great. Okay. So Sheila, is this yours?
Yes.
Let me look.
I had to drop off, but thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So Sheila, all these were generated with the AI in the background, and then again, you can customize it.
Interesting. Why would it say Texer?
I'm not sure. SMG.
I think the parsing didn't work correctly. I think when the website was being added on the first step, there was like only 1 character found.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it means that when we were actually trying to extract the information from the website, it was not somehow processed. So if you try it again and try to create new inbound GPT and try to paste the same one, you will see the problem, I think. It might be there are like some websites, depending on how they're built. You see here, it's like we correctly identify the pages on your website, but the characters on them, that they are not correctly parsed, meaning that it just the way how we get the information on the website, we couldn't properly get it for this website. So like just might be an edge case for us to cover and see if if there is something wrong with how we parse it, or if there was something wrong with the website. But generally, for like 95% of the cases, it works. Somehow, in this case, it was a miss.
Yeah, and Sheila, I'll research it and follow up with you. I also might try an internal page. Yeah.
No, I think it might be something related to HTML or how the structure is on the website. So I think it's just an edge case for us to cover.
Okay. Thanks. That's Dima, my CTO.
Nice to meet you, Dima.
Yeah, very, very much nice to meet you too.
And this is my email. I put it in the chat.
Okay. Good. I might go ahead and include my Calendly link as well. Oh, that's not good.
They succeed. Stearns & Foster, that's only part of the story. We handcraft every Stearns & Foster is the finest experience.
Well, I'll pull your information from the chat and follow up. So, any other questions?
And Jim, that's if you look at my page. Yeah. So right now I'm talking about these are the services I'm doing, but in a day or two, that is going to be updated to add additional AI offerings. Having said that, if I like when I'm setting this ChatGPT, chatbot, it's going to be based on this Salesforce offering, not including the AI. But when I add the AI, then I have to go and update it manually, you said?
Yes. Yes.
When you say update manually, does that mean only Dima, only this page needs to be how do I do that?
So if you actually want to update some information on the website, and then you want that to be reflected in your chatbot, you would need to go and then exactly in the knowledge here, you would need to update it manually. So you would click edit on top, and then you would, as Jim kindly shows it, you would need to go to the extended business description and just update it here. Alternatively, we are also considering of adding the more elaborate knowledge bases, like e.g. we would allow you to upload your handbooks, PDFs, videos, or anything else later. So it's more automatic. But so far it's pretty manual, but it's kind of the simplest way to the first interaction, right?
Yes.
So it's the simplest way for you to get a functioning chatbot without doing anything, meaning that you just provide the website URL and then it just works, right? So you have a functioning bot essentially in less than 5 minutes. If we go with all of these automations and data and really updating knowledge base immediately after something changes, it would just makes it a little bit more complicated. So far it is like that, but we are of course considering making it more elaborate in the future.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sorry. So if we have clients, right, then they will have the ability to go in and update their own knowledge base, or is that something that they would have to contact us to do for them?
You would absolutely be able to do it yourself, because if you're managing for your clients, that means you have the access to all of the GPTs for your clients, meaning that you would easily just switch the client. So let's say you have a dentist and then a lawyer and then chiropractor. So if you want to change a knowledge base for a lawyer, you would just go to your lawyer website and you would update that immediately as your client, right? If you are white label partner, you would just change the organization. So Jim already showed that we have the notion of orgs. Sorry. And our orgs feature actually allows for having like different verticals of clients, right? So you could have 5 agency businesses to manage in our platform, and then every of those 5 agency businesses can have 100 clients each, right? So you would just go to one particular client and then fix it specifically for that client, for that specific website.
Will the client have their own ability to log in and update their knowledge base?
That's a question to Jim. It's more product related, I guess. So
Yeah. Yeah, the short answer is yes. So you would add a member to that GPT account,
Got it. Okay.
and then that member would get an email when a conversation starts. So they would have access to the knowledge, appearance, contacts, just like
Okay.
you would as the head of the organization.
Right. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Sounds good. Well, can I help with anything else? We'll be sure to send a recording out. But I'm happy
Yeah.
everyone could be here.
Jim, can I ask you one just clarification? Sorry, I got interrupted. So you mentioned with regards to notification, not only the admin, so if I'm the admin, I would be here, but also the client, there will be an email that they would also get notified.
Correct.
So anybody in this contact list will be part of the notification.
No. It would be
Sorry,
so it would be a member of the organization. So if they were like the front desk or the doctor at the dental group, they would get this email notification.
understood.
Yeah. But we've still got some work to do to figure out the organization and team member settings. But the feedback is great. Well, good. If no one has any other questions, I guess I'll sign off and then follow up with the information from your chat messages.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
And I think the knowledge update, if we can like have knowledge update like happening on weekly basis or daily basis, that would be good. That would be a good enhancement to have.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Thank you. Goodbye.
wow, thank you.